Hello and welcome to Shining a Light on Reiki. This is Janay Robinson and I am with the fabulous.
Debbie Collins, thank you. I like fabulous. That's cool.
Yes, and we are on episode 25 today,
Wow.
and it's called Hold On to the Rope. And you're gonna want to hold on for this one. We literally have just had the most incredible conversation.
Yeah, we always
Incredible.
do, but yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah, this
And
one
we'll
is
share some of it with you.
yeah, we're going to share some of it with you. And I wanted to start out because, we're in January. And so a lot of things happen in January. People have resolutions, they want to step into different things. And I'm doing a cleanse right now, mental, physical, spiritual, this purge. And when we are making changes in our lives, I really feel that it's so important to be able to connect to our intuition. And I was thinking about intuition today, and what I had written down were some questions. And these are questions that you can ask yourself because some people, myself included, sometimes we get disconnected from our intuition at different times. Do you ever get disconnected from yours, Debbie?
Not as much anymore,
Not as much
but
anymore.
right?
Yeah.
Actually, in my dream last night, that's very interesting that you said that. Just remembered the dream last night, and I couldn't get words out correctly, and I was all over the place. And I finally realized I'm not grounded. And so I needed to step away from the chaos that was around me in the dream and connect myself, right?
Yeah.
Just intuition, grounded, and then it was totally fine. But I couldn't do it without it. So that's really important.
Yeah.
And that's part of the hold on to the rope, right?
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I was telling Debbie the story about hold on to the rope, and I had heard it in a sermon one time. And in the Midwest, where they get a lot of snow, more snow than I get here in Idaho, um, you still have to go out and milk cows, right? Back in the day, a family had a home, a little homestead and a barn, and they had animals and they had to go out and feed the animals. So if there was a blizzard that was going on, they still had to go out and take care of their animals. They still had to go milk the cow and those types of things. So what they would do is they would tie a rope to the side of their house to the side of the barn. And then they would take that rope and they would walk to the barn by holding on to the rope. And so we really need to learn that with our intuition, to trust ourselves, to trust our spiritual connection. Because, Debbie and I talked about that the rope is really our connection to our spirituality and to God.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when the blizzard is happening, and we were referring to the blizzard as just the chaos that's happening into the world and in our communities and the things that we just don't understand, and even our own trauma. Our own trauma can bubble up this blizzard around us. And so being able to find that rope and hold on to that rope
Yep.
is what we're going to talk about today.
Yep. Stay connected.
Yeah. So the questions that I had that I felt really disconnects us from our intuition is there someone in your life that is finishing your sentences for you? Are they making sure that you don't forget to do something? Are they reminding you of what you need to do? Are they helping you when you didn't ask? And when I look at these questions, it really made it to where it's not okay for you to make a mistake. And when we're using our intuition, we're listening to nudges, we're listening to, just the flow of what's happening in life. So in life, nobody's perfect. We're going to make a mistake. We're going to make a mistake. But when we can align ourselves, ground ourselves, and tune in to what it is that we need to do. Because I feel that when somebody's telling me what to do, I'm more apt to make a mistake than when I think of it myself and step into what I want to myself. But if somebody's saying, well, don't forget this, do that, you know, it's not coming from me. So
yeah, we need to
it's
stay
not
true.
there.
So wherever that is, you're not, so you're saying, you know, just be in awareness of where that is.
Absolutely.
We don't go in conflict with them, but we know where it is that we need to start.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because
that might be why the intuition isn't as strong, or we start to not trust ourselves, and trusting ourselves has to do with our intuition as well. And so, you know, that's where that.
Well, we even had that today when we were talking. We were all over the place. Okay. So if we ever decide to record our beginning, it's pretty funny. We go all over the place, different subjects and here and there, and that brings us here. It's crazy. It's probably crazy to other people, but it works for us. So
it does. Yeah.
And see, now I forgot. Okay, so we had so many things going on, and then all of a sudden there was some healing work that we needed to do, and that popped up. And so then I was like, oh well, I have too much in my head. There's too much going on. I don't know how to connect to figure out what we needed to do to do the clearing work that we needed to do. So I had to step back and just ground and connect and hold on to the rope again, right? So to speak.
Oh, yeah.
And then what happened? We got all of the information in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That we needed to do, and then it was done. We were like, we know what to do.
Yeah.
And it was done. But we couldn't do it with all of the chatter, that we were all over the place in different subjects and this and that. So you need, if that's where you're at, you need to hold on to the rope, just reconnect.
Yeah.
But you can do it pretty easily once you get going.
Yeah. Do you want to share how you do it? Do you want me to share how I do it?
Share how you do it, because I mean,
that'll give you time to.
I'm trying to figure out how do I say it, because it's automatic now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's almost like
it gets automatic.
A breath, and I literally will feel like my energy from the top of my head. I move it all the way into the ground, and it's just done. But I've tripped through that for, you know, some years before I got to where it's like just a snap of the finger in time. So yes, share yours.
Yeah. Well, I know for me, it's all about awareness. And we talked a lot about awareness today too. And so for me, it's just all of a sudden, it's like my life is a movie, right? And I can just see like, okay, what is happening right now? What is going on? I'm in the blizzard. And I don't know what's happening right now. And so it brings that awareness in of, oh, okay, either like I might be getting triggered, right? And so then that gives me an opportunity to step out and just be aware of what is happening. And I try to do that with humor, rather than getting angry.
I do too.
Just, allowing things to just get out of control, or feeling hurt or feeling betrayed or whatever it is. All of a sudden it's like, okay, what is happening right now? Something is happening right now. Let me get a handle on what is happening right now. Get myself grounded. You know, we all have words. You use Reiki on, I use Reiki align, you know, that instantaneously turns our Reiki on, gets us grounded. For me, and I believe for you, like the Ho'oponopono's in there, and the Lord's Prayer is in there. And, you know, all of these, we have a stack that has been created
there.
Yeah, that is just there. So it's this instantaneous thing.
So bring you right to the now.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, it takes work to get there. It does. It takes work to get there. And I have some quotes because, it's 444 at my house right now.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
Oh, it just turned to 445. Yep.
But I saw it.
That's so funny.
That's a little wink.
It was a little wink, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like, okay. So I wanted to read the unrealistic expectations that you might be attempting to live up to right now.
Mm.
So when we are not aligned into our intuition, a lot of times we have these unrealistic things that we're trying to live up to. We're trying to be perfect. We're trying to have, our image a certain way or whatever it is. So the first one says that an unrealistic expectation that you might be attempting to live up to is breaking every generational curse or cycle in your family. And that's what I'm doing, but with no support.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell you, I've had life coaches. Debbie has helped me. I've had a counselor, like a therapist, help me to have the support that I needed.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps us to get into alignment. It helps to bring us back to our intuition, because when you're working with a life coach, when you're working with a therapist, it always comes back to you. Nobody can give you the answers. The other unrealistic expectation is doing everything all at once. And Debbie was talking about, I thought this was funny because I read this after she had told me that sometimes I want to just clear everything in my whole life all at the same time, but I can't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. There's a path.
Yeah, there's a path.
Mm-hmm. Which we learned in the healing that we did today. When
Exactly.
that popped up.
That's right.
That we couldn't do it the way we thought we were going to do it.
Exactly.
We didn't know until we sat back and grounded and our intuition
and asked. We had to check in.
We had to check in, and then we figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like the information's there, but if we're trying to do everything at once,
we would have never found that.
No, because there's too much. There's too many layers.
Yep.
The other one is always being in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, that's not authentic. No one is always in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, am I wrong?
You can get sad or angry or upset or frustrated. You just don't want to stay there.
Right. Exactly.
You don't want to stay there.
No.
Yeah. Now I would say I stay there 5 minutes versus 5 months. Like that's how much growth. I mean, I could hold on to stuff for a very long time.
Me too.
Right? Now I'm just like, oh no. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And I'll giggle and laugh and
yeah.
Yeah.
And I've done that too. I've giggled and laughed thinking, wow, I could have held on to this like before. I would have held on to this much longer, and now it's gone. Like
gone.
It's gone.
Yep.
This is another good one. These unrealistic expectations that you might be attempting to live up to is knowing as much as possible before starting.
Oh, right. Oh my
gosh.
Yeah.
How many things are not happening in this world because it comes from trauma. It comes from hurts and fears and all of those things that keep us from starting. It keeps us from doing the things that we want to do. And it goes on. It talks about managing multiple roles with ease. If you're a mom and you work full time and you have a household and you have a husband and you maybe have stepchildren and you have aging parents, and if you think that you're going to manage all of those roles with ease, that's really unrealistic.
Yeah.
Keeping it together at all times. Mm-hmm. And so, every time I'm triggered, I don't laugh about it, and say, oh, let me just get into alignment.
Right.
I'm grateful when that does come to me, but it doesn't always happen. Marking everything off of your to-do list, presenting things in a neat way, knowing the right thing to say in every situation. And I wanted to give credit to this meme because I feel that that's important. So it's www.nidra, NEDRA, TAWWAB.com. Not quite sure how to pronounce that, but I wanted to give that
I love
And
that.
so the next quote that I have says that the road to peace will take you through all the parts of you that aren't really you. So when you think about all of that, that's not all really you. Like we can't be perfect. Collapsing timelines, ending cycles, closing chapters until one day you wake up as a version of you that is no longer complicated by the inner confusion of who you are not. And, Debbie and I have been talking a lot about programming. We get programmed from all different areas, television shows, schools, governments, work, people that
All over
we
the
live
place.
around all over the place. We
TV.
probably even have our own programs too,
Oh, sure.
because there are things that we put into place to keep us safe that really don't serve us anymore. As children, we maybe had put this program into place because it kept us safe, but then all of a sudden it's not working anymore. It's not where we want to be. And really that comes back to your intuition, getting to know yourself. And it's scary to be vulnerable, even with yourself.
And it's a superpower. So once you just are in awareness that you're vulnerable, turn it into a superpower. Because you've just shifted. And then you can also twist into, where are you placing on someone else unrealistic expectations?
Ooh. Yeah, who has to live up to your
standards,
right? Yeah.
Who has to live up to what you have in your mindset for them? Ooh, is that it? I'll tell you right now, I'm sitting here going, damn it. I just got myself. And I'm going to have to look at that, right? I'm going to look at that because that's there. And we do it to others too.
I feel that way as a grandparent, because I feel like I have this life experience that my children don't have yet. They're not the same age as me. They didn't live the same life as me. And so I see all of these things that I want to jump in, and I want to, I have this expectation.
I just triggered Janay. Now she's going to be like, darn, I'm not going to go work on this.
Yeah.
So you do it with laughter, right?
Yeah.
You do it with laughter, because it's always, it's us, and then it's us.
That's right. So we hold on to the rope, right?
Right, hold on to the rope, stay connected to God.
Yeah.
And your relationship is yours. It's unique.
Yes, it is.
So it's not the same as mine. It's not the same as Janay's. We may all think exactly the same, but our relationship with God is different. It is our own individual, unique relationship. So whatever you choose, all you have to do is hold on to the rope, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The blizzard and all. You don't have to see. Faith is there. So, and Janay's actually having a blizzard at her house right now. So that's pretty interesting that this all kind of came to be just by her forecast changing on her drive home. That's how this all came to be, actually.
Yeah, it literally was. It literally was.
Yep.
Those are the little nudges and signs, right? And when we can be open to that. I was driving home. I told Debbie, I said, I can't do this time. I wasn't going to be at the studio. I had to get home because the weather was going to be bad. And I'm driving home, and it's sunny and a little windy, but blue sky, clouds. And I thought, well, I don't know. I didn't have to do that. And I get home, and then all of a sudden it got dark, and literally Mark was like, oh my gosh, come look out here. And I was getting the computer ready, and I just thought, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I didn't have to come home in that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you said something like, I could have done this from work. And I'm like, no, because you would have been in the middle of the storm.
I would have been in the middle of it.
Yeah, no, you had to be home.
Because I'd still be at the studio now.
Exactly. And you would be there tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't. Yeah. So it worked out exactly the way it was supposed to, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah,
Because you listen to your intuition.
my intuition and my
Told
nudges.
you, get home, Janae.
That's what
Do
it
come
said.
home.
Get
Because you're not
home.
leaving, you're home for a while.
Click those ruby slippers 3 times and
Right?
get home.
Get home. That's exactly right.
I don't know if
Exactly.
we haven't talked about your book in a while. So Debbie has written a book.
Yes.
Tell
It's
us
on
the title.
Amazon. Um, it's the Journey to My Soul, Ruby Slippers 1111, The Journey to My Soul. It's on Amazon. It's the first year of me consciously being on my spiritual journey. Looking back, I've been on it since before I was born, right? We're always on it. But it was the raw notes for that first year. It's pretty funny to look back on it. And it's pretty, I thought it was so deep. And now I look back, I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, wow. Look where I was and look where I am now. That's really interesting because I really started 2015. I just wanted to be more positive. That was it. I want to be more positive because everything that came out of my mouth and my mind was negative and I could not switch it off. And so I just said, God, I just want to be more positive. And I just left it alone. So I started writing that notes down in January 2015. And then by December, I was a Reiki master. I don't even know. That was a complete whirlwind. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Well, and when we listen to our intuition, it really does guide us to our next wise step.
It did.
That really, even yoga therapy, the process is bringing you back to yourself, back to yourself, back to yourself, back to yourself. A therapist or, those people that are telling you what to do or finishing your sentences, they're not the ones that tell you where your next wise step is. We learn that through our experiences, through listening, through those nudges of like, oh, I need to be more positive, right? That's a nudge. That's literally just like, I can't do this anymore. I need to figure something out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's how it played out.
Yeah. And so if you're there in that spot, hold on to the rope.
Hold on to the rope.
Hold on to the rope and find your way from the house to the barn, right? Out of the blizzard. Because, the barn is a refuge, the home is a refuge as well. It's just that little piece in between, right?
Exactly. And then I had read to you Ephesians 1:11, which said, furthermore, because we are united with Christ, we have received an inheritance from God, for he chose us in advance, and he makes everything work out according to his plan. So united with Christ is holding on to the rope.
That's right. And I told Debbie, I said, wow, doesn't that just make you...
It makes me feel better.
It just brings in that comfort of, I don't have to figure it all out. I just need to know the next right step. And then the next right step will come. And then the next right step will come.
And holding on to the rope and being united with Christ and just you and God, that's it. Everything else will just show up.
Right.
Your path will light up.
Yeah.
So hold on to the rope. And then let us know how it goes, because
let us know how
I know
goes.
People are going to expand, and it's just going to be, it's wild. Do you see our screens are rippling?
They are rippling.
I know you guys can't see this, and at first I wasn't going to say anything, but our screens are rippling. Mine, then yours, and that was...
I have to tell you, so I have a really good friend, and she's the one I'm doing the workshop with in Twin Falls this Saturday. And when I had graduated from school, she had said that I'm a chain breaker and a ripple maker. And so I was just laughing because that has been part of my goal, is to ripple out into the world. And that's what we're doing with this podcast, right? We're going to post this podcast where it's rippling out
Yep.
into the world. And so our screens, like literally the
It's
ripple,
literally rippling.
yeah, the
It's
ripple effect is happening. But isn't that the greatest nickname? Chain breaker, ripple maker.
I love it. Right? I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, I do too. I just love it.
Ah,
And so, yeah. So by stepping into your intuition, by stepping into, the next right step, you can ripple out as well. And
absolutely.
that's what we're here to encourage you to do, is to ripple out and heal your trauma. And you don't have to do it alone.
No.
Debbie and I are here. We both offer different things. I know in your area that you have therapists or whatever mode of the vehicle that you
Follow your intuition will guide you.
follow your intuition.
Because it'll guide you to the next teacher that will be right for you, because there's a lot out there. Just go with where it feels right.
Yeah.
Some of them are paid and some of them are free. You might
Sure.
find something on YouTube. We do
Absolutely.
free stuff a lot. So
Sure.
we have a class coming up on the
Yeah.
11th. So if we post this before the 11th, it's the 9th.
Oh,
We
we
should be
will.
able to,
I'm
huh?
posting
Yeah.
it tonight.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. I love it. Yes.
Yeah,
So
I'll post it tonight.
yeah. So, we'll even post the info on for that class.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what's funny, Debbie, is that you were talking about how you wrote that book and then, just a few months later, you were a Reiki master.
Yeah.
And I remember in 2020, I was a little bit afraid to do Reiki. I had been given some advice that was like, well, you just want to be careful with who you have as, your teacher and these different things. And so the teacher that I had originally wanted to train with, I said no to. And so then it was 2020, and I mean, 2020 was busy for me. I took so many classes
Oh my
and
gosh.
so many different things.
Yep.
And I bought for 2020, it was the first time I had bought like one of those big calendar things, like literally a book that you write your stuff in. And then my business is closed for
Right.
months. And I was thinking, I wrote more in that book than I have in any other book.
It just opened up some time for us.
Yeah.
It opened up time for me to do what I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah. And so
yeah, it really did.
Then I see Debbie online and she's offering these classes. And I was thinking, well, I've known Debbie for a long time through Lori Hammond. Well, it was Lori Hammond.
Lori Opal.
And so I was thinking, is she somebody that I can trust? Is she going to lead me into the right place? So I decided to email her and say, yeah, I want to sign up for this class. And I always thought, well, I can always leave if it, I can always say, okay, I gotta go and then get out of there.
Yeah.
And what was funny is that I tried to log in and I couldn't log in. So then I tried to log in again, couldn't log in. And so I was like, okay, there's something going on here. I need to email her. And then you emailed me back. And then I logged in again because I said, if it doesn't happen the third time, I know it's not for me. And whoop, I came right in. And
there you go.
And then I think I did my Reiki 1 and 2 at that time. And then I did a journey with a group of women and did my master training. And
we did the matriarch training.
Yeah, we did the matriarch training. Yeah, that was amazing.
And I believe that's when you realized you were going to have 2 grandchildren
That's
coming.
Right. That's exactly
you didn't know yet, or they didn't know yet.
No, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. There was not even talk of it or anything. Yep. And yeah,
they were
born 6 days apart.
Yeah.
6 days apart.
So funny.
So it was just like, and what's really weird about that is that we found out about the first one, but this one was born second. Okay. But I found out about this one first.
Oh, okay. The first one you found out about was born second?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, how interesting.
Yes. So the other daughter was further along, but she hadn't told us yet.
Oh.
And so then my husband had a grand mal seizure, and I had to give him CPR in our bathroom. And and I remember saying, you can't leave me. Like, we're going to be grandparents. I don't want to do this alone, right? So it was a really intense time. And then that was on Friday the 13th, November 13th of 2020, when he had a seizure. And then like 4 days later, I found out about my second grandchild, who was my first grandchild. And that's when I saw the two pillars of light.
Yes.
And so, I mean, it was so interesting how the Reiki has shown up
Oh, yeah.
through, and one of the relatives that is, I'm not going to say who it is, but I was communicating with that person about my grandchildren, like clearing the lineage.
Yes.
And I actually emailed that to myself because I was like, this is crazy. I'm clearing lineage for a grandchild that isn't even here yet.
Oh yeah, because
And
they
so,
need a clear path.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so, the journeys and the different things, they really are amazing.
Yeah.
And you just are blown away because Debbie says this, you just can't make this stuff up. You just
Yeah.
cannot make it up.
Mhm.
And you're just sitting there going, oh my gosh. And I've pulled up that email, and
Good.
it's
Because
like,
I love to email myself stuff.
mhm, yeah,
I've
yeah,
done
that's a
the same
really
thing.
beautiful thing to do, is to
I
email yourself stuff. And
Yes,
I
because you think you're crazy and you don't have anyone to really talk to
yep,
sometimes about this spiritual
right.
intuition,
And
intuitive
also you wish that
messages.
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, but I had sent a message. I had sent an email to myself, typing up that one of my children was going to be having a child, and I typed it up, everything, all the notes that I got, and I just emailed it to myself, and then I forgot about it, and literally months, I don't remember, maybe 2 months, like they weren't even pregnant yet. And then I find out they are, and I was like, oh, I emailed myself something. So I go searching for the email and I give it to him, and I'm like, this is what I look at, it's timestamp. Like I can't
Yes.
make this stuff up.
No, you
Like it's
can't.
spot on. It's exactly
Yes.
right.
Yes.
He was like, oh my gosh. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Okay, I'm
Because
getting
then if you don't do it, then you wish
it.
that you did, you
Yeah,
know?
it's really cool to email yourself. You get
It
a
is
timestamp on
because,
message, and
yes,
then it shows up. You don't
because
ever
it
have
also
to share it, but
tells you if you're right on. And I'm
yeah.
going to tell you, I mean, this is kind of a weird thing, but and sometimes it's scary. Like I woke up and I was told that there was going to be a tsunami, that there was an earthquake and a tsunami. And I sent Reiki, and I thought I should go type this up and send it to me, but I didn't.
Mhm.
And it was like the next day, it was Japan. There was
Mm.
a earthquake and a tsunami. And I was like, damn, I wish I had written it down because,
Yeah.
you know, um, we can discount ourselves and we can discount the messages that are coming through. And I'm not special. I'm not, we're just regular people.
Yeah.
And but we've made a commitment to energy work,
Mhm.
clearing,
And
breaking the chains.
what's good about that too, Janae, is if had you typed it up, emailed it to yourself, you would add a timestamp that would have told you how far in advance you're getting information,
That's right.
right? So you could
Yes.
use it that way, or
Yes.
you could use it. I know that those messages have come through and I've cleared the energy and then they don't happen. So it's not that they weren't going to happen. It was literally something coming in telling me this, like I'll get a vision of something, just kind of like just use a tsunami or whatever. It doesn't matter what it
Yeah, it
is. It
doesn't
could be a
matter
car
what it is.
accident, it could be
Yeah,
whatever, right?
whatever.
Or something.
Or
I'll
something
just,
positive.
yeah, well, I'll clear it and then it just doesn't happen.
Right.
And that
Right.
doesn't mean that you got the wrong message. You
No.
got the message and you sent clearing. Can this be cleared? That's the first thing I say. Can this be cleared if it's not positive?
Right.
And I'll get a yes. I don't know if I've ever gotten a no, because
Yeah.
that's why it's coming to me. And I will just send clearing energy and it's done. And I move on. But you can use it different ways. So
Yeah.
you could use it, joy, just to, like the birth, or like the
Yes.
pregnancy thing was fun to show them that, look, all the info I got, and it's exactly right, right?
Yeah.
Or that you had the tsunami, you were 24 hours, you were getting messages in advance, right? That's big. Then
Yeah.
you could start working on getting it 72 hours in advance or a week in advance, and then can you clear it? And then, so
Right.
yeah. So I'm going off, but
No,
I'm
that's not going off at all.
segueing.
That literally is using your intuition.
Yeah,
And so
absolutely.
when I talked about those questions, is someone finishing your sentences for you? Is someone making sure that you don't forget? Is someone reminding you of what to do? Are they helping when you didn't ask?
Mm-hmm.
That really is a call to action, to be aware of that and to start breaking that pattern of, they don't know what you're going to say. They're trying to finish your sentence, but they're not always right.
Right.
And being able to check in with yourself and say, you know what, if I forget something, then I'll go back home and get it, or I'll improvise, or whatever it is. It's not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to be able to let go of the control of others in our lives to tap into ourselves. And that's part of that programming. When we're
Victim
mindlessly,
mode,
when we're mindlessly
hero,
allowing people to just,
looking for a
tell
hero.
us what to do, we're not thinking anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We're just a robot. And
Program.
I don't want to be a robot. So
Nope. No. If I'm going to be programmed, it's going to be programmed for good.
that's right. That's right. Well, how do you feel? Do you feel complete? Is there
Yes,
anything
I
else
do.
that you want to add, or?
I think we really got it. Just, your relationship with God is unique. It is not like any other, and there is nothing to compare it to or have judgment of anybody else's. Just stay your path.
And watch the ripples.
Right.
Become a ripple maker, a chain breaker and a ripple maker.
There you go. Love it.
All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you
Thanks.
next time.
Bye
Bye.
bye.